What's going on, YouTube? It's the Trucking Block. I am the Trucking Block. Came back to give you an update on what's going on. No longer with Variant. Variant's a good company. I have nothing negative to say about them. Good equipment. Great dispatching. You know, the load optimizer that they use works extremely well. Sometimes you get a small run, you know, but it is what it is. They keep you moving. They keep miles on you. They keep you going. Now, I left Variant to come back to b.Hunt. That's right. I came back to b.Hunt. And I have a reason behind that. There's more time spent at home with my family. Right now, it just works for me and mine. It might not work for you or the next guy, but it works for me and mine to be home more often. Variant had me gone all the time, which, hey, they do have a schedule where, well, it's not so much a schedule. You can set how often you come home, basically. As long as it's over 6 days. 6 days, you get 1 day home. 12 days, you get 2 days home. You know, anything more than that, you can get 3 days home. And the way I could have did it was 1 day home a week, but let's be honest, 24 hours, you know, 1 day a week, 4 days a month, is nothing compared to what I'm doing right now. I get home every single day. I'm about to work overnight and go home tomorrow morning. 5 days straight. And on the 5th day, I go home. I spend a whole day off the next day, spend that morning off after that, and then go back to work. So, I mean, you got to do what works for you, and that's where I stand with it. Nothing negative to say about Variant. Well-ran company, even though it's under the umbrella of U.S. Express. Some like to say it's the same thing. After working the job, I'm going to tell you that it's not. I'm going to be honest to say that it's not. You know, I've seen the difference. There's a major difference. USX, I will say the fleet managers will drive you crazy sometimes, checking up on you, pushing you to get to the next stop. It's like, I don't need that. You know, I came here to do a job. I'm going to do the job to the best of my ability. And if you can't trust me to do it, then I might as well not work here. That's the feeling I got when I was OTR for USX. Now, I didn't go back to USX to OTR. I did go to the dollar account, and they gave me a Kenworth again, and luckily this time, you know, with more experience, the dollar account wasn't rough for me at all. Very easy. Every store I went to, they were like, man, we never seen nobody maneuver like that. Well, after doing dedicated for a year and a half, almost 2 years, you learn how to get to tight places. Sleeper, day cab, it don't matter. I can do both. Had no issue with the job besides my body hurting, always being tired. So, yeah, I went from that to Variant, and Variant was cool until I was gone too much. And even with my time home, even with the day a week thing, that just wasn't enough. I had enough time to do laundry, spend a little bit of time with my kids, a little quality time with my wife, and then hit the road again. It's not it. The only way I go back to OTR is if I am leasing a truck, which I was trying to wait for, but my friend had some things come up, so he wasn't able to go do that as soon as I thought he was going to be able to do that. So I got to wait a little bit longer. No big deal. Wasn't done maliciously. He didn't do it, you know, to hold me back. You know, he's got something going on that he has to handle, and he won't be able to buy that second truck and put me in it until that gets done. So I had to do what works for me right now. Now, there's also another option on the table. There's like 22, 23 people ahead of me for callbacks at the railroad. I do miss the railroad. I miss the rails. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I miss doing the job. I like the job. You know, I would have kept doing the job. I wouldn't even thought about grabbing the steering wheel of a truck. Well, I did. Let's be honest. I did eventually want to get my CDL, but I probably wouldn't be doing this full time for a company like b.Hunt or any other company for that matter. I probably would have saved my money and bought a truck. Or did hot shot, you know, get a 3,500 call it a day. But the thing is, I do miss the railroad, and it's an option on the table. So I got to think hard about that. Do I go back to the railroad when they call? Or do I stay down and wait for my friend to do what he got to do and then go over there and get my truck? Now, I could still go over there with my friend and get the truck and work the railroad at the same time and make my payments to him like usual. Or I could just say, no, I'm going to go to the railroad and I will go to a lot and I will pick up my own truck. There's ways of doing it. Not only that, if I stay with the railroad, there's benefits that come with it that are very good. The healthcare that I had with them, way better than what I got right now. Not as expensive and way better. A lot of discounts on things. I mean, I knew for a fact that once I was done with my work, I was going home. And it's in town. I hop in my car, go home. There's no, well, let me park the truck, drop the trailer, park the truck, then get in my vehicle, then go home. Because that's what I got to do here. I go out, do my route, come back, drop the trailer, park the truck. And in between there, I stop at Love's and Pilot and everywhere else to get my gas. Because a lot of my co-workers, what they like to do is use the pumps that's provided here at the DC. I don't like using that because, I want my points. I want my free Love's points, you feel me? My free Pilot points. I'll keep y'all updated if you guys are watching the channel. If you don't watch the channel, fine, so be it. Again, I'm gonna try to mix in some other things. I've had tons of ideas, things to add on. I just haven't had time to sit down and do it. My house is busy. There's always something going on. But I'm gonna find time to sit down and go over a few things I want to, talk about other than trucking. Just for example, I believe it's not fair that there's a protection law out, a bill that was written into law for Asians. No diss to the Asian people. I love Asian people, but I think Congress overlooked the fact that there is a murder of a African American male or female almost every day in this country, whether it be our own kind doing it or some other issues. And most of the time it's other issues, and they don't want to call it that, and they like to say, oh, boo-hoo, get over it, happened years ago type deal. But if that's the case, this is my thing, if that's the case, boo-hoo, get over it, then why did you pass a bill for Asians? Shouldn't you told them, boo-hoo, get over it? Last time I checked, I haven't heard any Asian men being hung, castrated, killed in front of the children during a traffic stop for reaching for their wallet. Last time I checked, I've never heard of an Asian woman sleeping in her home or chilling in her home and the police raided, shoot her, kill her. I never really heard of an Asian woman getting killed in front of her children because of many interactions she's had with the police. Oh, y'all know the names. I ain't got to speak them, but I want to start touching topics like that because I'm very opinionated on that, and I believe my opinion is logical. I'm not racist by far, and I believe that I have a good medium when it comes to looking at situations like this. So I'm gonna start putting out content like that. It ain't all gonna be negative about that kind of stuff either. I would love to, however, do different content other than trucking. There's no market for this anymore. It was booming a few years ago, and some truckers, they still have booming channels right now. And to be honest with you, I don't mean to do no haterade or nothing, but those trucking channels are booming because of certain situations laid out in front of the trucker for them to use to catapult them into being viewed a lot. Which ain't nothing wrong with that, get your hustle on, do what you got to do. But it's one of them out there I see every now and again. I shake my head at it like, really? People buying this crap? It ain't real trucking. Now, there are a lot of truckers out there too that have channels that are genuine, and a lot of them don't get a lot of views. So I'm gonna try to switch gears on that because I'm more of a fly guy than just driving this truck. Before I start driving this truck, I did a lot of different stuff than just talk about trucks all the time. It ain't my passion or my dream to drive a truck all the time. Now, it is my dream to own a trucking company. You were like, well, it ain't your passion, and why the heck do you want to own a trucking company? You know why? To be my own boss is something that I know about, you know? To have employees under me making money was something I know about. So, I don't know. We'll touch base on more things right now. Got my co-workers driving around me, backing up trailers and so on and so forth. I'm gonna get back onto this load sheet and check if my load is done. I still got the red light. Still got a red light, but you can't see it back there. And sometimes what that is the loader didn't unlock the dock and close the door and everything, and it might be done. So I need to get to the money. I'll let you later. Just a short video catching you up on what's going on with me. I know a lot of people don't really care because my channel ain't that exciting right now, but trust me, it's gonna get better. Rock with your boy. Hopefully in the future I can maybe do some car vlogging or motorcycle vlogging. That's what I really want to do. I don't want to sit up in this truck and talk about trucking. Even though I can give you guys some insight on it if you want insight on what it's like to be a trucker if you are not doing a job. To guys doing a job, we basically watch each other to see what's going on in that company. Oh yeah, by the way, can you guys please be careful and watch out for truckers on YouTube that are scamming you with information. They're telling you things that are not true and have you misled, and once you get into this industry you're wondering why it didn't go the way they said it was going to go. It's because they lied to you. So make sure you're well informed before you even hop into any company's truck. And make sure you're well informed if you buy a truck. You know, just make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. Make sure everything is lined up correctly, because people will lie to you. Other than that, I'm about to dip on out. It's the Trucking Block, Ronald Block. Peace out.